side. WBTV News starts right now.
Coming up on 6 o'clock here on this Tuesday morning, and this is what is heading in our direction. Line of severe thunderstorms across the deep south today. We'll head into the Carolinas tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow now a first alert weather day, and I've got your full forecast straight ahead.
And firefighters working tirelessly in the Carolinas to keep wildfires from spreading. In western North Carolina, we're going to show you the fight to protect people's homes.
Plus, a man on trial today for the 2019 murder of a Charlotte mother. She was killed in the crossfire of a shooting. We're walking you through where this case stands today.
Good morning on this Tuesday. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Mary King.
And I'm Alex Giles. We appreciate you joining us. Very busy day. We have weather and traffic every 7 minutes. Nia Harden, of course, watching that morning commute for us. She'll have an update in just a moment.
And let's start with Chief Meteorologist Al Conlon. Chief, not only are we starting just a little bit warmer today, but we're looking ahead to tomorrow and that first alert weather day as well.
Yeah, this time tomorrow we'll be tracking a lot of rain around here, but you're right. Today is quieter, and it's also warmer than it was yesterday. Now, not by much, but at least a few degrees. We have temperatures that are mostly in the 30s this morning, but above freezing. 38 in Charlotte, we're 36 Monroe, over to Concord, up to Statesville, Mooresville. We're at freezing around the Salisbury area, a little bit below that for Wilkesboro and Wadesboro, down towards Albemarle. 28 right now, Lenore, Morganton, 29 in Shelby. So starting off, you'll need the jacket this morning, might not need it this afternoon, and you won't need the sunglasses as much today either. We'll have some sunshine early this morning, 37 here at 7 o'clock, but by late afternoon we're going to be overcast, and in fact there might even be a few showers that try to develop late in the day today into tonight, but they won't amount to very much. The bigger story is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a quick spike up. You're going to need the umbrella if you're even going to venture out. Heavy rain is in the forecast tomorrow morning, and then as quickly as it moves in, it moves out. And so tomorrow will be one of those kind of days where we'll start with a lot of storminess in the morning, but we'll wind up with sunshine in the afternoon. But again, tomorrow morning at this time, we are going to be tracking intense rain. We'll talk about what the impacts are going to be, what we need to be concerned about, and when all this clears out. I've got that part of the first alert forecast coming up. Right now, let's check in with Nia Harden. First alert traffic.
First Alert Traffic is sponsored by Campbell & Associates, your local car accident attorneys.
Well, Chief, southwest of the Charlotte area, we've been taking a look at a crash not too far from I-77, I-485. Looking at York Road, NC-49. Been talking about this near Grand Palisades Parkway. That crash was seeing some yellow, but now we're seeing red, indicating stop-and-go traffic patterns. That's going to cause some major slowdowns. Medic has already been reached out to right now. They are on the scene, so we'll keep you updated and let you know what we find out.
Nia, thank you. We are on your side this morning as massive wildfires continue to rage across the Carolinas.
WBTV's Mary Calkins is live in studio this morning. Mary, not just one, but multiple fires that firefighters are trying to put out.
That's right, Alex. Foresters have reported more than 200 wildfires across the Carolinas over the past few days alone. Now, that includes this brush fire here in Cramerton in Gaston County that happened just yesterday. The fire is thankfully now contained, but it took firefighters working tirelessly to keep it from creeping toward nearby homes. It just goes to show just how dangerous these dry conditions are across the Carolinas. Now, in Polk County, the fire is 30% contained after burning more than 500 acres. That is in western North Carolina, just south of Asheville and Lake Lure. Officials say the fire started after a tree fell on a power line. Crews with Polk County Emergency Management have been on scene overnight working to keep the fire from spreading to any homes or buildings. High winds can spread fire quickly, but according to the Forestry Service, it can also start the fires. And with dry timber in the way, flames in Polk County quickly got out of hand. Firefighters have attacked it from the air and the ground. One neighbor says it has been a frightening experience he never expected.
It's scary, to say the least. To watch some of our neighbors' houses catch on fire across the street was something I've never really experienced before.
And firefighters say they are hopeful this will be contained in just a matter of days. Now, an evacuation order is in place for those who live nearby, and there is emergency shelter in place for those forced out of their homes. Alex, Mary.
Mary, thank you. And efforts also ongoing in South Carolina near Myrtle Beach. In fact, take a look at this video. It showed plumes of smoke coming from the tree line there. According to the South Carolina Forestry Commission, that fire has grown to over 2,000 acres since Sunday. It remains 30% contained as of around 10:30 last night. Firefighters from across the Carolinas are helping, including a crew from nearby Florence County. One firefighter says he was amazed at how many neighbors have come out to keep crews fed and hydrated.
Shows us that all the work that we're doing is actually affecting the community to where they're willing to come out here on a Saturday or a Sunday or even a Monday afternoon to make sure that we're fed and taken care of. It touches all of our hearts.
Of course, we will continue to follow these fires throughout the day. Make sure you have the free WBTV News app downloaded on your phone. We'll keep sending those updates to you. Just search WBTV in your app store. It is 6:04 this morning. The murder trial of Kendall Craig will pick back up in Charlotte.
We first brought you her story back in 2019. The 27-year-old mother was stopped at a red light waiting to make a right turn at 28th and North Tryon Street when police say she was caught in the crossfire. There's a shootout between multiple people. She was shot and later died. 3 men have been charged with first-degree murder in her death, including Adonis Smith. He is now the one being tried. Dates have not been set for the other 2 men charged in the case. We will continue to follow this particular trial, and we will let you know what happens. Also in court today, a man who confessed to dumping another man's body in Charlotte is expected to appear before a judge. Andrew Tinch was reported missing after he left his home in Belmont to celebrate his birthday. This was last March. Deshaun Robinson told police he was with Tinch that night when Tinch fell unconscious and later died. He admitted to dumping Tinch's body in a dumpster. He has been charged with concealing a death, not murder, though. Tinch's body was never found.
In a new update from the Vatican, Pope Francis is now stable and off the ventilator he was put on yesterday when he suffered acute respiratory failure. The Vatican says he is now resting this morning. He's been in the hospital since Valentine's Day when he had pneumonia in both of his lungs. And a story trending on WBTV.com right now. NASCAR champion Brad Keselowski carried off pit road on a stretcher after Sunday's race in Austin. His team said his cooling suit failed, so he was given IV fluids. Keselowski did finish that race and ended up in 15th place. Now, he did share this post to X calling Sunday's race a tough one, saying, quote, "Sometimes things happen that are out of our control, but I'm thankful for my team and the care that I received at the track." Keselowski also confirmed he'll be back on the track for Sunday's race in Phoenix.
An update this morning, Diana Kojikari and Christopher Palmer are now officially divorced. They are the mother and stepfather of a missing girl from Cornelius, Madalena Kojikari. Both of them were charged and ultimately found guilty for failing to report Madalena missing back in 2022. Diana is considered a suspect in the disappearance. She now lives in Moldova, where there is no extradition treaty with the United States. New this morning, the Department of Education temporarily removed the online applications for income-driven repayment plans for student loans. This comes after a U.S. Court of Appeals last month blocked the agency from implementing former President Biden's Saving on a Valuable Education plan that was known as SAVE. It launched in 2023 but has been on hold since last July because of lawsuits. A student loan expert says the department needs to review the application forms to determine what needs to change following the court's ruling. And if you didn't know, it is Read Across America Week. Mary and I got a chance to celebrate with some students right here in our area.
We sure did. We read to a group of 1st and 4th grade students at Hawks Nest STEAM Academy in Gastonia yesterday. Of course, Read Across America Week is that week-long celebration promoting literacy and celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday, which was March 2nd. I got to share this picture of Mrs. Smith's class. They were all so kind and sweet and said, "Can we be on the news?" And I said, "Yes, we can be on the news this morning." And there's your class as well, Alex.
Yeah, they were great listeners. That's Miss Johnson's 1st grade class. You know, 1st graders, they can be a little all over the place, but this class was locked in. They paid attention to the story. They were fantastic.
Just such great energy in the classroom. A big thank you. It's a reminder that our teachers are working hard every day to take care of our kiddos. That's a great school. They are a 2-time STEM school of distinction in North Carolina. And just thank you to the principal and everyone else for having us out there yesterday.
They do a great job out there in Gastonia. And this is your reminder to try to read if you can. I know folks might have the Kindle or the tablet. You might not just be reading a book, but it's important to read.
I like a good old paper book.
Yeah, something old school, right?
Newspaper. Yes, yes. Well, right now we want to get to that update on your forecast this morning. Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin standing by with more. Al?
Yeah, tomorrow's the first look weather day. Today we're nice and quiet. No issues at all other than the fact the breeze will pick up. But as we go through the day tomorrow, this line of thunderstorms is going to approach the area very, very early in the morning. And so this is going to be a morning issue for us. That's the timing here. here. Morning to the very first part of the midday when you get east of I-77. Damaging winds, even a risk for tornado. Strong winds and thunderstorms for sure. So again, download the free WBTV weather app. We're going to need this tomorrow as you track this along with the First Alert Weather team. More on the impacts and the timing on this. We'll have it for you when we come back. Right now, I want to check in with Naya. First Alert traffic.
Yeah, that crash southwest of the Charlotte area is still continuing to be a problem. This is at York Road, NC49, near the Grand Palisades Parkway. That is about 9 miles per hour that you're seeing, a stretch that it's going to take you about 15 minutes to get through. So coming up, we'll also take a look at that as well as South Carolina before you head out the door.
Naya, thank you. 6:09, a bill South Carolina lawmakers say is meant to help people make their own health choices could have unintended consequences. What it could mean for your job and your kids.
And as we head to break, the Duke men's basketball team has now clinched at least a share of the ACC regular season title. The Blue Devils got a huge win last night at Cameron Indoor Stadium, putting the beat down on Wake Forest, 93-60 the final score. With that win, Duke finishes the season undefeated at home. Overall record 27-3. Star freshman Cooper Flagg checked out of the game, and the students started chanting one more year. Duke's regular season ends Saturday night. They take on North Carolina in Chapel Hill.
Let's give you a live look over uptown Charlotte. Look here. Pause and take a moment to look at your screen if you are running around getting the kids ready this morning or just getting ready to get out the door. That is a gorgeous start to the sunrise over the Queen City.
Always a nice way to start the morning. We have more news, weather, and traffic straight ahead. Thank you for waking up with us right here on WBTV.
This broadcast is sponsored by Circle K. Scan and sign up today to save 25 cents a gallon on fuel.
When the weather shifts, you need to be prepared fast. That's why the WBTV First Alert Weather Team issues a First Alert or a First Alert Weather Day so you know what's coming. What's the difference? A First Alert, it's an inconvenience. Scattered storms, minor delays, so that you can adjust your plans. But a First Alert Weather Day, that's serious. Heavy rain, dangerous storms, roads shut down, events canceled. Your day completely changed. You can't stop the elements, but you can stay ready with WBTV First Alert Weather.
My name is Paul, and I'm always happy to help you try to find that right garage door for your house.
Now offering up to $1,000 off select garage doors. Call today for a free estimate.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
At CPI, we customize security around your home and lifestyle. Smart cameras that never need to be charged, and smart home devices, all professionally installed to give you the best protection possible. During an alarm, a CPI operator communicates live.
Leave the premises now
to verify and connect you to proper authorities. Don't settle. Get complete security with CPI.
You got the best defense.
Get 50% off everything when you install a new system today.
All-pro linebacker, Luke Kuechly. Best friend.
Guys, when it's go time, do you sometimes feel like your body just isn't reacting the way that it used to? Think back for a second. When you were younger and everything just worked, you're not alone. That's exactly why you call the Carolina Men's Clinic.
Call the Carolina Men's Clinic at 704-981-0048.
Do you really want to rely on those cheap online pills? The next time you need your body to react, it's gonna work.
Call 704-981-0048 or visit thecarolinamensclinic.com.
Life is busy enough. Your time is too important to spend in waiting rooms with cold coffee, being cornered for upsells and services you didn't ask for. When you need new tires, trust the pros at Modern Mobile Tire. They'll help you get the right tires and install them on your terms, whether it's at their service center or in your own driveway. Modern Mobile Tire, the tire shop on wheels. Call us or visit us at mmttire.com.
It's your time at Catawba Two Kings Casino. Double down on excitement with live and electronic table games or win big in the new high-limit slot room. Grab a bite at the food truck, then bet, watch, and win at the sportsbook. Plus, new members can win their share of $5,000 in free play each week. Win free play and up to $15,000 in cash during Clovers of Cash Sundays. Take Exit 5 off 85 for Two Kings, your everyday getaway. Regulated by the Catawba Nation Gaming Commission. Must be 21 plus to play. Gambling problem? Call the National Council on Problem Gambling, 1-800-522-4700.
For over 50 years, people have been coming to Furniture Factory Elderwood to get quality furniture at low, low prices. Visit our 100,000 square foot showroom for the best deals on mattresses, sofas, and more. We have it all. If you go anywhere else, you will pay too much. Wax on!
I'm Dr. Ted. I have over 30 years of experience getting injured workers the comp benefits they deserve. If you've been hurt at work, call today.
6:13 here on this Tuesday morning, and we're high and dry. We've got a beautiful start to the day here today. Temperatures mostly down into the 30s. You want to walk the dog, you're good to go. Maybe go for that early jog. We'll start off about 37. We'll wind up in the mid-60s this afternoon. There will be an increase in cloud cover, but no real chance for rain during the daylight hours today. That's the good news. Now, that all changes come tomorrow. Tomorrow now upgraded to a first alert weather day. We're going to have a band of rain that will be blinding tomorrow morning, and the potential for severe weather as well. We're going to cover all that in your 7-day first alert forecast coming up in just about 2 minutes. Over to you.
Al, thank you. New this morning, a bill in South Carolina to prevent a repeat of the pandemic, specifically mask and vaccine mandates.
The Republican lawmakers behind the bill say it's to protect individual liberties in the case of another widespread emergency. It's called the Medical Informed Consent Act. It would keep employers from requiring vaccinations as a condition of employment. The bill's lead sponsor says this is geared toward new vaccines like the COVID-19 shots, for instance. He says it would not change the vaccination requirements for K through 12 students to attend school. Still, some worry about unintended consequences.
I don't understand why we would want to prevent future vaccines from being developed or used and mandated. Please remember that the majority of the diseases we vaccinate for don't have any medical cure, and therefore prevention is key.
Nobody, and I've said this many times, should have to choose between a jab and their job.
Another part of the bill would scale back the state and Department of Public Health's powers during emergencies. Governor Henry McMaster opposed a similar bill last year, and a spokesperson said he still doesn't agree with the concept.
6:15, let's get you caught up on some stories you may not have seen just yet. At Mallard Creek High School, officials urging parents to talk to their kids about appropriate behavior after a fight broke out in the cafeteria yesterday. They did send a note out to parents to let them know what happened. Officials did not share if anyone was hurt, but they did request extra security for the remainder of the day. They also said involved students will be disciplined.
The U.S. is pausing military aid for Ukraine as the country's war with Russia continues. This comes days after President Donald Trump and President Volodymyr Zelensky had a contentious meeting at the White House. The decision appears to halt arms deliveries approved under the Biden administration. It's not clear if ammunition deliveries for weapons systems already in Ukraine will be impacted by this.
And since there is a potential for severe weather tomorrow morning, North and South Carolina are postponing their statewide tornado drills. The practice is held every year as part of Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Both will now happen on Friday. South Carolina's drill will start at 9 a.m. North Carolina's will happen at 9:30. Speaking of incoming severe weather, we are on your side helping you to prepare. Our First Alert Weather team recommends securing loose objects in your yard or on your patio before the storm hits. Once thunderstorms arrive, it's best to stay indoors away from windows. And another reminder, if you can hear the thunder, you are close enough to the storm to possibly get struck by lightning.
Very, very important reminder, and we've got all day today to secure those items and take the time to get everything in place.
Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin walking through the timeline here, Al.
Yeah, because the wind is going to be picking up even this afternoon, but tomorrow, even outside of severe thunderstorms, it will be gusty all day long. So that's why we say you want to make sure today is the day to get all that done. But here's what we're going to be covering tomorrow. Blinding downpours, particularly during the morning hours, and gusty winds that'll be with us throughout the day. So they're 100% likely. Damaging winds are possible, and even an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out, and that's why tomorrow is a First Alert Weather day. Today, it's all quiet. We're starting off just fantastic out there this morning. Clear skies. We've got cold temperatures, though, mainly down into the 30s, 36 in Uptown, 35 Mallard Creek, Hickory Grove, 33 Belmont, 30 in Dallas. We're 32 now around Steel Creek. Most of us are in the 30s this morning. There are a few spots in the upper 20s, Boone, Lenore, Morganton, 28, 30 in Shelby, 30 in Lancaster, Indiana, 29 right now over towards Wadesboro. So out of the bus stop this morning, you'll need that jacket. Temperatures will be in the 30s. We're dry and chilly. Here comes a cloud cover tomorrow, or rather this afternoon, in advance of tomorrow's rain. We're dry through the day today, courtesy of high pressure. But here comes this complex system. Look at that thing pinwheeling around. Snow to the north, severe thunderstorms, a lot of wind with this. This is a typical March storm. Then we'll see sunshine returning even tomorrow afternoon, but particularly as we go into Thursday. Now for today, the severe weather risk is going to be fairly high here across the Gulf Coast region, from Texas all the way to the Florida Panhandle. So they're the thunderstorms that'll be marching eastward. So this is going to have a history of severe weather with it by the time it arrives in the Carolinas. The difference is, though, it's coming through here during peak heating. It'll be coming at the coolest part of the day tomorrow during the morning hours. So this is 6 o'clock in the morning, approaching Morganton, Shelby, then moving eastward towards Hickory, down towards Gastonia, Gaffney, moving eastward. 8 o'clock right on top of I-77. Again, give or take an hour or so on this. And then by 9 o'clock, it's more like Salisbury down towards Albemarle, Monroe and Lancaster, and then pushing away towards Rockingham and eventually out of here by lunchtime tomorrow. We'll end with a little bit of snow in the mountains, but this is why we've got that first alert weather day. There is a risk, particularly south and east of I-85, and especially as we get into eastern Carolinas for severe weather, and that's why I say there could be isolated tornadoes. And outside of any thunderstorms, gusts to 50 in the mountains tomorrow and 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts everywhere else. So this could bring down some trees, some power lines. So this is a volatile situation. Again, all the more reason this is now a first alert weather day. Rachel and Lisa upping that yesterday afternoon. 56 on Thursday, sunshine. Friday and Saturday looking pretty good. Warmer weather. We're 73 on Saturday. We get a little bit of a front knocking us back on Sunday. Daylight saving time begins this weekend. That's your first alert forecast. Nia Harden standing by right now. First alert traffic.
First Alert Traffic is sponsored by Campbell & Associates, your local car accident attorneys.
And we're taking a look right now at I-485. This is our WBTV traffic cam from the Valentine Bowl. They're seeing in the distance traffic moving. We do have something, if you're making your way there, that we want to let you know about. We're keeping our eyes on York Road. This has been something we've been talking about this morning, moving about 9 miles per hour near Grand Palisades Parkway. That stop and go traffic definitely going to slow you down this morning. So if you can, leave a little bit early. Now, South Carolina also looking good right now as I've been monitoring that. But we do have a new crash on I-85 from Gaston County. I'll talk about that coming up. Mary?
Nia, thank you. Getting closer to 6:20 this morning, and a health alert from doctors in Charlotte. Get screened for colon cancer, and you could save your own life.
We're on your side with the advice that could change how you approach your own health. That's coming up.
Closed captioning on WBTV News is sponsored by Subaru South Charlotte and Subaru Concord.
Is the sun rendering your backyard useless? Want to enjoy watching TV outdoors? Let Deck Plus design and build your outdoor space with all the extras you can imagine, from covered patios and decks to fire features. Call Deck Plus.
Hi, I'm a personal injury lawyer. Hopefully you'll never need me, but if you do, you should go ahead and scan this QR code. Yep, that one right there. It'll save my contact info to your phone, so if life throws you a curveball, a fender bender, a slip, or worse, you'll already know who to call. Accidents are stressful. Don't get caught without the experts on your team. Hopefully you'll never need us, but if you do, you'll already have a lawyer in your contacts at Michener Law.
I used to think healthcare was all the same until I discovered PACE at Senior TLC. Now I can come to a place to stay active, see the doctor, or just enjoy a meal with my friends. Plus, having a team of people that help me make sense of my options gives me the support I need to stay in charge of my own health. It's been life-changing.
With PACE at Senior TLC, we offer a unique lineup of personalized care and a caring staff that feels like family, all under one roof. Call today and find out how you can experience a different kind of care.
Starting a business is hard. You have to stay connected at all times.
As we've been growing the studio, Spectrum's been there every step of the way. I'm always able to make the phone call that I need. I'm able to shoot that text message or that email. Every vital piece of equipment that we have here uses Spectrum.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $40 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep your business connected.
WBTV First Alert Weather is on your side, giving back to the community with our 3-degree guarantee. Each day our forecast is accurate within 3 degrees. We donate $50 to a local charity.
WBTV's 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by McClintock Heating and Cooling.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and get your first month free when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
I'm bringing the pep talk. Come on. I'm clearing my head.
And I'm clearing 300. So, you in?
Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $29.99 a month.
Planet Fitness is an official fitness center of the Carolina Panthers.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd have purchased at Value City Furniture during their sale today.
Visit our store to make a quality choice at Value City Furniture.
Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing new chicken and bowberry waffles. Only available for a limited time, so try it today. It's bow time.
When I think of WBTV, I think about a TV station you can trust, that's reliable, that does our best to be accurate, that reports facts, that goes to bat for you, our viewers. That's what On Your Side is about.
6:23 is the time. A reminder for those of you living in western North Carolina, Saturday is the last day to apply for FEMA assistance following Helene. Officials with the agency say the money can be used for temporary housing or home repairs. We are told it can also be used to fix or replace personal property or vehicles. There are multiple ways to apply, including visiting a disaster recovery center, online, or by calling. And we have all that information right now at WBTV.com. And this morning, we're on your side with an important reminder. If you are 45 years old, it's time to schedule a colonoscopy.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and for this week's Safety First story, we're talking to a doctor about the importance of getting screened for colon cancer. It is the third most common cancer diagnosed in men and women. It is the second deadliest cancer behind lung cancer. I talked to Dr. Robert Stevens. He is a colorectal surgeon with Novant Health. He says people need to remember that colon cancer can be prevented if a polyp is caught, and the disease can affect anyone.
Colorectal cancer affects young people and older people, and both genders for sure. So we're seeing, in this country, we're estimated to see about 152,000 new cases of colorectal cancer this year.
So a big reminder, again, 45, the recommended screening age for all Americans. Experts say you should get screened earlier if you have colon cancer in your family history or if you start experiencing symptoms. We'll talk more about those symptoms in my full Safety First report tonight at 5 o'clock right here on WBTV. And we do want to remind you that in just a few weeks, we'll be raising money for the Colon Cancer Coalition. We'll be honoring our former colleague, Steve Crump. We'll be at the Get Your Rear in Gear 5K. It's a walk and run. You don't have to run. We've got our own team, Team Crump WBTV. You can sign up and join us. Just look for this story on WBTV.com.
All right, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin, preparing you for today and that first weather day tomorrow. Al?
Yeah, out there this morning, we're actually in great shape. Look at Lake Norman from resortcamps.com. Really pretty out there this morning. Again, the temperatures are in the 30s, but we've got clear skies out there. We're going to start the day with sunshine, increasing clouds, though, and this is what's coming in our direction. There will be an outbreak of severe weather today across the Gulf Coast region, and that is heading right towards the WBTV viewing area. We're going to break down the timing. Wednesday is now a first alert weather day. I've got it for you straight ahead.
And Chief, right now we are taking a look at the area I-85. This is in Gaston County. Want to let you know that if you're headed this way, you're going to see some slowdowns. That's going to be in Lowell. Coming up, we're going to talk about that and how to get around it. Alex?
Naya, thank you. Mary Calkins live this morning as wildfires in South Carolina continue to pose a danger.
Yeah, Alex, South Carolina is in a state of emergency as wildfires rage across the coast. Now, the most dire situation is in Myrtle Beach, according to officials. And coming up, I'm showing you how first responders are battling the flames. Mary?
And it's Fat Tuesday, but Mardi Gras celebrations in New Orleans are going to look a bit different today. The big roll weather is playing when it comes to those over-the-top parades.